The bright light and dancing flames of the dumpster fire that is the Colorado Republican Party these days can distract from the fact that the Colorado Democratic Party is also dealing with internal division. Not the top-down, free-for-all brawl that the GOP plays out in public, but there is a real rift between the establishment Democrats who control Colorado and a far-left group of progressives who want more change more quickly. Politics guy Marshall Zellinger shows us how that's playing out in primaries this week.
The June primary election will not determine the balance of power in state politics. It will help make clear if the Democrats move farther left or closer to the center. Take Democratic State Representative Elizabeth Epps, for example. Her primary with Democratic challenger Sean Camacho has resulted in several elected leaders announcing endorsements, like Democratic Governor Jared Polis, who endorsed Camacho over the incumbent Epps. In a statement, I was told this is the first time he's endorsed against an incumbent. Quote, "The governor has made these decisions based on who he believes will help continue making Colorado the best place to live, work, and raise a family."
I don't think that decision is up to me, and I don't think it's up to anyone in the Democratic Party except for the voters.
Colorado Democratic Party Chair Shad Murib likely has opinions on who should win certain Democratic primaries, but has not announced any endorsements.
My personal preferences don't matter nearly as much as the voters' personal preferences, and they collectively get to choose who the nominees are, and I trust the voters to make great decisions on the direction of the Democratic Party.
I would say that the candidates I've endorsed have demonstrated that they are good at agreeing and also disagreeing.
Democratic State Representative Shannon Byrd has a powerful position as chair of the Joint Budget Committee, the lawmakers who craft the state budget. This weekend, she posted her endorsements on social media, including her support of Epps's opponent.
Have you endorsed in contested state legislative Democratic primaries in the past?
I have not.
So how would Byrd feel if she had a contested primary and one of her colleagues said, vote for the other person?
The way I hope I would see that is that it would be my job once I was elected to go get to know those legislators who didn't support me and show them why I am the best person for the job.
As party chair, Murib will make the rounds tomorrow night to the Democratic parties for eventual winners and losers.
If they win, we're excited to welcome them in the fold, and if someone isn't successful, I want to make sure that they still have a place in our movement.
As a runner, it's important to stretch, kind of like the verbal gymnastics and linguistics we hear from the state Democrats who are trying to talk their way into endorsing in contested primaries, Kyle, when we know like they're just not blatantly saying why they like someone or why they don't like someone other than this person can, and then they fill in like some adjectives that sound better. Like, I mean, the governor's saying, you could read between the lines in his statement about who he is endorsing and who he isn't.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing that could, and has in some other states, boiled over into real public ugliness between the two halves of the Democratic Party. But at this point, the centrists hold so much power and so much sway, they've largely kind of fended off their left flank.
Right, and you've seen in the past couple of years some of the legislation that hasn't made it to the governor's desk and some that's been more contentious within the legislature. Depending on who wins tomorrow for the primary, of course, there's still a general election, but many of these races will be decided tomorrow. That will guide, like, oh, is things going to be easier? Are we going to have more debate that we're not used to internally?
All right, Marshall Zellinger.